Hello everyone and welcome back to HM Autos. Today we're doing something a little different and it's going to be real fun. We are going to be doing a podcast, which, you know, the trend, everybody's doing podcasts these days.
That's right.
And there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. And I think this one topic we're going to be on today is a very important topic that a lot of people have been talking about. Okay, the state of Acura right now. Acura, Honda's luxury brand, performance brand. A lot of things are happening over here at Acura. Okay,
Falling apart. Some could say.
Yes. And today we have a special guest. Okay, a professional Honda and Acura. He just bought a 2001.
Yep.
2001 Honda Prelude. Very special car, mint condition. And you know, he was a Nissan guy, and now he's got that Honda. He does. So he was looking at RSXs, right?
I was.
You were looking at RSXs, Integras, you know, but you can't really find.
A bit expensive these days for a good Integra.
Yeah, you know, everybody raced him out and blew him up. So
that's a shame.
It is really a shame, but great car. So he really knows his stuff. And then, you know me, I've been doing all the videos of all the reviews, and I thought it would be fun that we do podcasts about the state of Acura. Okay, so let's get started with our first thing that I think many people have been talking about in Acura. The biggest talk: the RSX nameplate is back, but is it the RSX?
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here, Jalen, and just say absolutely not.
No. So let's pull up a picture here.
Yeah.
Here's the new RSX.
Wow, that's something.
I don't remember the RSX being an SUV, was it?
No.
So they brought it back, the Acura RSX nameplate, as a fully electric crossover SUV. Well, they're bringing it back. They revealed it, the people saw it, and it's going to be coming, I think, next year. I don't really remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'll put that on the screen. But yeah, it's coming and people are mad. And they should be rightfully mad, right?
Rightfully mad. Here's the real question. Can we save Acura from producing it?
I don't think we can. They've got it together, and it really just doesn't make sense. You know, maybe it'd be fine if it wasn't the RSX nameplate. Right?
Yeah, I mean, they're completely dishonoring the legacy of the RSX.
So now when somebody says, oh, I got an RSX, are you thinking the SUV, or are you thinking the actual RSX?
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And it's a pretty good looking SUV.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Let's show the back here too. Right there. It's kind of got a coupe kind of, it's a not bad looking SUV. I like the back more than the front. The front kind of reminds me of a Buick. I don't really know why. The lights kind of look like a Buick.
I'm with you on that one.
But not a bad looking SUV. It's just, why did we have to call it the RSX?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like our whole Mitsubishi, like why are we going back to this, guys? We found out that crossover SUVs are not the saving grace, so why are we implementing it now?
And yes, SUVs have been growing in popularity.
Yes.
But let's think about this. This kind of looks maybe CRV size, Passport, RDX, and Acura form. Acura has right now, their first electric vehicle they came out with was the ZDX. That came about 2 years ago, I think. And the ZDX, which is being produced by General Motors, right? And that's an electric SUV, and it's not selling.
No.
It's not selling. They have ZDX sitting on the lot. We'll go with the sales here in a minute, but they are not selling. So if this is, it kind of looks the same size as the ZDX, but this is going to have a Honda platform. It's not going to be, you know, the General Motors. But
which is better.
It is better, yes. For an electric standpoint, they're coming out with their own. It's you know, good that we're not just using General Motors. But the problem I have with it is that if the ZDX is not selling as an electric Acura, then why are we bringing another electric SUV?
Yeah, I mean, what do we think is going to change? Just because we slap an RSX name on there, people are going to go bonkers for it? No.
And people are going the complete opposite. They're frustrated with it.
Yeah.
They're very frustrated with it having the RSX nameplate. And I just don't think it's, unless they do something wild with it, which I'm not really sure if they are, I don't think it's going to do any better. Some people are saying that this could replace the ZDX. Now that they have their own platform, they don't need General Motors, the ZDX might be gone. And that could be the same with the Honda Prelude. But even then, RSX I mean, they're not selling.
I mean, we've seen this before. We've seen how this turns out, right? Lancer crossover ruined a beautiful car's legacy. Eclipse crossover, not the greatest car, but still, it's pretty cool.
And
but they just ruined it.
Where's Mitsubishi now? When was the last time you really saw Mitsubishi?
No, they ran themselves into the ground.
And they did, and that's a whole other story. But that's kind of how it looks like Acura's going, is just complete SUVs. And we're seeing this with a lot of brands, really. Going complete Infiniti, I think they're going to be all SUVs soon. They're doing it a lot, and yes, people love the SUVs. The SUVs sell more, but do they really love them that much to buy all these? I mean, they don't. You still have your sedans, which going into sedans that Acura sells, the TLX.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah,
they announced about a month ago, I'd say, that they're ending production on the TLX.
Yeah, we need to really spend a minute on this. This is terrible. Could be detrimental for Acura. I mean,
so there's the old RSX. You know, does that look anything like it? But here, the TLX, right there.
Okay.
I mean, I think one of the best looking Acuras.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's beautiful, especially for new. I like this more than the Integra look, the new Integra.
Okay.
Maybe not the front kind of, but the back of this TLX, which I don't think I have a picture of. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and it was such. I drove a TLX. I don't know about you. I don't think you've driven a new TLX. And it wasn't even the Type S version that I drove. It was an A-Spec. And it was just so fun to drive.
Yeah. I could definitely see this. This is almost like an ideal, perfect car for a brand. And I'm not sure why they would get rid of it. The four-door, you know, it's not the best. But, of course, it'll probably appeal to older generations much more. It's got a more luxurious feel to it. But also it's fast and sporty, and it looks aggressive for the younger generation. Like, what's going so wrong, Acura, that we need to get rid of this?
This had a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 with a 10-speed automatic, which is insane as itself because everybody's going with the CVTs. And this still had a 10-speed in Acura. That was the Type S version. The non-Type S was a 2-liter, still wasn't a CVT. Whatever it wasn't a CVT. And it's just, it sounds great. I mean, the Type S, it had the pops. I mean, it was, for a Acura Honda product, it sounded amazing.
It did sound really good.
It did, and, you know, and now it's gone. The problem I think it was is when they came out with the Integra, the TLX is not much bigger.
Yeah.
So the TLX replaced the TL, and so it had a purpose, but it wasn't, the back seat legroom wasn't as big as like an Accord. I think that's kind of, and so the TLX and the Integra they were kind of the same size, but they weren't, but they were different.
Right. It's kind of a shaky middle ground for the brand.
It was, and the Integra, you can either get a CVT, a 1.5 liter turbocharged CVT that was in the Civic, or a 6-speed manual, and then the Type S, of course, has the manual. But there's no option to not get a CVT unless you get the 6-speed manual. So that's where this filled the gap.
Yeah.
This came with a 10-speed automatic V6, 3-liter, and you can't get that in any Acura sedan anymore. And it's just, it's really disappointing that, I don't know if the Integra will come out with a Type S automatic version. I know the manual, of course, is amazing in the Integra Type S. It's beautiful. But for the people that want a fast automatic in an Acura sedan, you can't get it anymore.
Right. And I mean, kudos to Acura for keeping the manual in the Integra, right?
Yes, that's big because you don't see that in many brands anymore.
Yeah, they're wanting to kill them off,
They're
but
wanting-
you know, I'm glad they're staying strong on it. But you know, for the older dudes whose arthritis hurts to shift and they don't want a boring old CVT, I mean, this is like perfect car.
It
Perfect
is.
car.
And yeah, people just, you know, they got to go to a different brand if they want that, and no brand can match. I just can't get over this. Is a beautiful car. It was just, the inside was beautiful. They just did a refresh and did a few things to it, but it was just a beautiful car, and people guessed it was going to go.
Yeah.
People thought it was going to go, but what's sad is that it did go.
It's unfortunate because the styling is beautiful. I mean,
Look at that.
there's a lot of beautiful cars these days, but this is like one of the top of the line looking cars.
Yes. But you know, the problem is it didn't sell for some reason.
Right.
And we'll go over that when we go to the sales, but on why it didn't sell, we need to figure that out. But what is selling was selling a lot more, and we were just talking about the Integra. The Integra.
Mhm.
So Acura is probably, you know, it brought the Integra back a few years ago. People were a little upset when they brought it back because they didn't really think it looked like the Integra.
Yeah, I could see the motivation behind not appreciating it because, you know, it had such a great legacy, and I feel like you don't really get that same feel the way it is now.
With the new, so now pretty much it's kind of just an Acura version of a Civic. And going back to the RSX, if they did bring the RSX in the correct form, that was just a rebranded Civic.
Yeah.
So that having an Integra and the RSX would pretty much be the same vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't need to bring the RSX nameplate back at all.
No.
The Integra is filling that gap, which actually I think it would make a little more sense if they brought, with this Integra, instead of calling it the Integra, call it the RSX. Because that was kind of a rebranded Civic. The Integra was kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
And
Or even what I thought would have been amazing when I heard they were bringing back the RSX, not that piece of junk. I mean, take like the old coupe body style or something like that and make it more modern with nicer interior, touchscreens, whatever you want to do. But like keep like the same body style-esque type thing going on.
And you know what that would be perfect with, which we'll talk about too, was the new Prelude that just came out.
Yes.
There needs to be an Acura version of that Prelude, and maybe it's in the works. But that could have been a perfect opportunity, and I don't really know what happened with that. But the Integra, let's talk about the Integra. A refresh just happened with the Integra. This is the new one. It's arriving to dealers in a couple weeks. It actually might be already arriving at dealers, but they did some changes that I'm not so fond of.
Yeah.
So if you look here, this is the A-Spec Integra for 2026, and that new blue, which I don't know if that matches. So they got rid of the dark blue, which I think I have there's the old blue. That was last year's blue. It had the dark Apex blue, and that was replaced with this lighter blue, and I'm just not too sure if it fits the car. And the real thing that I have with it is they were all happy about this when they were putting it in the press release, is the color matched grille. You see that if you look at and I'll put a picture on the screen to you so you can see it a little closer, that grille is the same color as the body. What does that look like, Cole?
It just screams EV. I mean, why? Why are we doing this? We keep producing a cool car, but we're killing it off. I mean, is this on purpose, Acura? What are we doing?
And don't get me wrong, it's still a pretty good looking, and you can get it without the color matched grille. Let me pull up here. This is the ZDX. And can we see the resemblance? That has a color matched grille. And now it's with the Integra. So I'm not really sure what they were thinking.
I mean, I'm not convinced they're a different car at this point. One might be a little smaller, but besides that, show me a difference.
Yeah. The good thing is that the color matched grille is only on the A-Spec, and it's only in the blue and red.
Right.
So if you get the white, so let me pull up that here real quick. The new Integra here, Integra 2026 version. loads. See, there's the red. You can see the red right there with the color.
I'm a little bit more fond of the red than the blue, but still.
Yes, so so there's the blue in it. But if we go to the new color for the Integra, the Urban Gray Pearl that they've been putting on a lot of the Honda models, it has the black grille. So that looks nice, right?
Yeah, that's not
I mean,
bad.
it looks, and then with the white and so on and so forth, it all has the black grille. Speaking of that new gray, which looks really nice, they did get rid of carbon liquid metallic, that color. That stainless steel kind of color. I'll put a picture on the screen so I don't have it loaded up here, which also looked really nice. This looks really nice too, though. Other things with the new Integra, if you can see, they put a little under bumper spoiler right there. Makes it look more aggressive, and on the sides, new wheels too. They look pretty good. But here you can see in the Type S, that's the new blue too. Is they put that new blue on the Type S. And if you go to the 2025, last year's, it shows the old blue on the Type S, and I just think that fits. That darker blue just kind of fits more on the Integra. And I think, but they've been doing this with all the Acura.
Yeah, I agree. I think with the lighter blue on an SUV, in my opinion, looks better. But the darker blue on the Integra looks better. It just seems gives it more of a dark, aggressive look.
And let's look the MDX. So the MDX changed to the new blue too. So let's go on here. So there's the lighter blue replaced the darker blue also with the MDX. And yes, it does look a little better. I've had mixed opinions. You say it looks better.
I don't mind it. I like it better than the old blue on that.
Other people, say it doesn't, but it does fit a little better, and it doesn't have that color matched grille.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, and that's the Type S version of the MDX. So they made the screen bigger, standard on all trims. They did a few. Here's another big thing on here. If we go to the Integra, with the new ADX, they put this new white with blue interior, and they also did that here with the new Integra. This is the old one.
Now this Integra still has the 6-speed manual, correct?
Yes, so you can get the 6-speed manual in normal versions, and then of course the Type S has that more powerful one as well. Yeah. Which is good that they're offering that.
That is very good.
Is good because not many people, are doing that anymore.
Yeah, it seems like they're attempting to try and keep car community and culture alive.
Yeah, so let's look at right here with this new blue and on white. You got to look at this new interior color. The white with the blue inserts.
That's gorgeous.
New for 2026. And that's a good upgrade, I'd say.
That's a great touch.
It looks beautiful. The contrast looks premium, and kind of makes it different than the Civic too. I mean, the Civics don't have that kind of seats in it.
It definitely brings the interior to life compared to plain. It definitely spruces up the whole thing. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that was another thing when they came out with the Integra, is that it looked too much like the Civic in the inside. And so there's the inside, and you see, it does have the same screen. The dash is a little different. They made it different. I mean, more premium materials and things, but I think they're doing a great job with that. It's just the outside. But can we really complain about a color matched grille? I mean, they still have a 6-speed manual in a sedan or a hatch, whatever.
Here's what I'm saying. Acura, this is my 2 cents, right? We need to stop focusing on color matched grills and maybe work on that styling of the car a little bit. I think we need to give a little bit more honor to the old Integra. I feel like it's a bit too bulky, in my opinion. It could be sized down, in my opinion. And it's a bit too, going out on a limb here, it's a bit too luxurious. Let's make a driver's car once again. I mean, whatever happened to that?
I mean, it is fun to drive.
Well, yes.
It is fun to drive. And for a new car, I mean, it looks good.
It does.
It does. It's got Integra stamped under the light, which kind of gives it its, that's how the old one did it. But, and this is all you can get for an Acura sedan. So Acura's motto is precision crafted performance. And so I say, if they get rid of the TLX, get rid of the CVT that comes in this in the standard, and put that TLX engine in the Integra, so then you can get that powerful automatic that came in the TLX now in the Integra, and then you can still get the manual, and that would make me feel a little better about getting rid of the TLX. But that's not what happened, and we're not really sure if they ever will make that happen again.
Yeah. Acura, don't go off the deep end. You're heading there. But I believe in you.
Let's look at the lineup here. Let's look at the lineup because that's definitely this is what Acura sells right now. You can kind of see right there. So they sell the Integra, which we just spoke about. You know, we can give them credit for that. They have a sedan.
Yeah. Zoom out a little bit. I can't see those other cars.
Here. There you go.
Oh, well, I can't now either. That's okay.
That's okay. Our TV is really not matching with this.
Sorry. Don't worry about it.
You can kind of see it. Okay. So they have the Integra. That's great. The TLX is still showing on here, but they got rid of that. That's probably there's the last few at dealerships right now. They're buying all those up. Then they have the ZDX, which we talked about, which is their first electric SUV that General Motors is producing. Not really sure, but it's not selling well. For an electric vehicle, it's okay, but it's not different enough from the Prologue, the Honda version of that. But it's for an electric SUV, it looks pretty good. And then they just came out with that ADX, which you see in the corner, which is, if you know what the Honda HR-V is, the smallest SUV, it's an Acura version of that. They call it, the entry level with the Integra. It's just a small premium SUV that has a CVT in it too, 1.5 liter turbo connected to CVT. I drove that too. It was pretty fast. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
For an SUV,
Yeah.
The HR-V has a 2 liter non-turbo, so it does get some power upgrades. And the interior was beautiful on that too. It's got the blue. For an SUV, it looks good, and it's priced pretty good too. It starts at $35,000, which for a luxury premium SUV, that's not, too bad.
That's not terrible.
The HR-V kind of tops out at $32,000, so for like what, three grand more, you can get an Acura version.
That's a good deal.
Which is pretty good compared to like Lexus, where their prices are just going up there. It's a good deal. And those are selling pretty good. People are liking those.
Maybe we just need to kill off the HR-V.
The HR-V? Honda's version?
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, Honda's HR-V still sells more than the...
Oh, well, people aren't thinking straight then. That's for sure.
Because this is... I would buy this over an HR-V.
Yeah.
I would.
Especially for $3,000. I know it's not pocket money, but...
Well, yeah, that would be the top trim level of the HR-V. And that would be the lowest version of the not the RDX, the ADX, but they still both come with leather.
Yeah.
You're missing a few features. They all come with panoramic sunroofs, which you don't even get on the HR-V. So I would get that. And then the RDX, which is their, CR-V size, the compact SUV. That needs a refresh, a redesign. They've had that same look for, I think, since 2019, I believe. So it needs an update. They keep refreshing it. It's still pretty good. That's got a 10-speed. That's a nice engine in there. So still good because with the CR-V you can only get a CVT. RDX, better, powerful engine. And then the best-selling 3-row SUV in the whole segment of luxury SUVs, and Acura's best-selling, the MDX, which for an SUV, I know you were talking about this before we started. They're doing something good with the MDX. They are. With this Type S version specifically. It looks good for an SUV.
Yes, looks very sharp.
Looks good. It's got a powerful 3-liter turbo V6, 355 horsepower, and 354 pound-feet of torque. It's a beast.
Yeah.
It's for an SUV. They're getting that right. The MDX.
It's truly impressive for an SUV at least.
Yes, it is. They're doing good with it, and it looks beautiful. And it's still. The only problem is Lexus came out with their with the new Lexus TX, I believe it does. And it's starting to sell more than the MDX, which hasn't done in years because the MDX has been the most best-selling three-row SUV. So, but that one doesn't look as nice, and it doesn't have a powerful engine. If it was me, I'd get that MDX. The interior's beautiful. It has the right amount of features. Acura is doing good with the MDX. I mean, their lineup is good for SUVs. They have great SUVs. It's just they're killing off the sedans.
Yeah.
And it's...
Yeah, and Acura, where's the two-door sports cars? I mean, are we trying to keep, like, sports car community alive, or are we just trying to kill it off?
That's, that's a good point, because say we're 10 years down the line, well, maybe even longer than that. And, like, the old Integras, the old RSX, they're kind of just gone,
Yeah.
Because that'll eventually be the
Beat
case.
to shreds, kind of.
Yeah, they'll all be gone. And what's the future for, like, sports cars?
Yeah.
What are you going to bring to your car show? The all-electric RSX?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what would we bring?
I mean,
if they keep killing off all these, the TLX, the Acura used to have a lot more sedans. They had the ILX, which the Integra replaced. They had the RLX, which was a very luxurious sedan, big sedan. They had the TSX. They had the TL, the RSX, the Legend.
the list goes on.
I mean, they had so many great sedans in history. And go 20, 30 years when those are gone. I mean, I guess people will be showing up with their Integras, their new Integras, but why are they dying? I mean...
Yeah, the future of Acura, especially in the sports car section, is not looking very hot, because in 20 years, people's junk boxes are going to be GR Corollas and 86s and... I don't know, 2020 Mustangs, but
Type R's.
what is the Acura going to have? I mean, there's just not going to be anyone out there repping it, unless you want to rock a four-door as your sports car, which, I mean, most people don't. If you do, you do you, but wouldn't be my pick.
Speaking of that, what was always the sports car of Acura? The NSX.
Yeah.
And that's gone now, too.
They stopped it?
2022 was the last year. They brought a Type S version, which was gorgeous. Let me pull that up right now.
Moral of the story, Acura hates sports cars and wants to just throw years of hard work and sports in the trash.
Here is what we're looking at for... That was the last NSX that they produced in 2022. Type S, there was limited versions.
That is such a great car.
Why are we selling that still now? That looks beautiful.
Do we know the stats on that? 0 to 60, quarter mile, things like that?
Oh, yeah. Let's get the 0 to 60. I mean, it was gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't know why we're killing off things like this. We have perfectly good...
2.9 to 3 seconds.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wow. So what it had was...
I mean, that's a Ferrari killer at its finest.
So it had a hybrid powertrain, and we'll talk about this here too. So it had a hybrid, but it was like a different hybrid. It was a sport hybrid. So a hybrid system with a twin turbo V6 with 3 electric motors. Rapid acceleration is what it says. 2.9 seconds for... I don't know why they got rid of that. There is talks that they're bringing it back though.
Okay. That would be very smart of them.
But the problem is are they going to bring it back as an electric? Fully electric?
They better not. Because if they do, Acura, you're out of my books.
Which, as we've been seeing, these car brands, when they bring an electric sports car, it hasn't gone well for them.
No. I mean, why should it?
Because when somebody has money, right, they're looking at the Lamborghinis, they're looking at the Porsches, they're looking at all that stuff. They want a great sounding fast car. I don't think they want it to be efficient or it to sound like nothing.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. I mean, sports car enthusiasts, all of us know, if you're a real sports car enthusiast, we don't want your electric cars. What am I going to drive, a Tesla? Oh, look, my doors go up. Wow, that's awesome. I don't care if your doors go up. I don't care if it's fast. There's just a different feeling. The soul of the car is dying.
And it's not coming. But you told me earlier, which I didn't even know, Porsche is finding a way.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about this thing that I didn't even know just came out. Breaking news here. What's
yeah, I saw it today. They're developing a new fuel called e-fuel. And so I don't know exactly how it's made, but they're supposed to be more like fuel efficient and also less like damaging to the environment than batteries and or gasoline, but it still works the same as gasoline. So I could put it in my old 5th gen Prelude if I wanted and still run perfectly fine. I mean, this is saving sports cars if they work. And it's not like a few years in advance type of thing.
No, they're testing it now.
Yeah, they already have samples.
They're testing it now. And if that could pull off, I mean, that could be great.
They're saving the car community.
But the problem I said to you was, is it too late?
Yeah.
Is it everybody is already full electric? They're spending all this money on, by 2030 we're going to be all electric. By 2040 we're going to be all electric. They're bringing the electric SUVs. They're bringing the sedans. And they're already full force.
Yeah.
Can they go back and be like, oh, wait, this might be a good idea? Now, something Honda was doing was the hydrogen vehicles. Did you hear about that?
I did.
Like water-powered, pretty much. I mean, you'd have to go to a special pump, but I mean, that was even not a horrible idea. But that was only in California. They had a CRV. Honda and Toyota were doing that, but that didn't go off. That didn't take off. The electric was already in your face. But here's my prediction: is that car companies are already stepping back from their electric plans. Honda said they're not going to be producing as many electric vehicles as they hoped. They kind of wasted money because they were all, investing in the electric vehicles. And now they're stepping back, and maybe they're thinking electric isn't the future. Because is it the future? I mean, I don't think.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been proven that getting the lithium for the batteries is just as harmful to the environment as getting gasoline, if not more. And I really just don't think that these electric vehicles are selling well enough to keep them around, especially if we get something like this new Porsche e-fuel.
Yeah, and speaking of the sales, I think they're going to go down even worse than they are now. Because you probably know, if you're in the car community, in the U.S., the $7,500 tax credit they used to get with the electric vehicles is going away at the end of the month. And without that, EV prices are a lot higher than gas-powered vehicle prices right now. So I think the only reason the people are buying the electric vehicles now was because of that $7,000, $500 tax credit.
Yeah.
And now that they're not going to have that, these electric vehicles are going to be twice, maybe even more than the gas-powered vehicles. I don't think people are willing to pay for that.
Yeah, I'm thinking now, like, what's the point? Why would I get one? They're less convenient. There's way less charging ports than gas stations. I mean, I just don't see the point.
Yeah, and then that's a topic too. Is California? They're everywhere. The electric vehicles are everywhere. I don't think you've been to California recently, but I have. And that is the market for those electric vehicles. They're really pushing the electric vehicles in California, and they have the charging stations. Half the vehicles there are Teslas, and that's the #1 selling there. They have them everywhere. They have the structure for it. Then when you go down to the Midwest, kind of the country, we don't have that kind of capability. I mean, you see a Tesla supercharger or charger in big cities, but you go past that, there's nothing.
No.
You'd have to charge it at home. And if you're going on a road trip going from, let's say Illinois all the way to California, you're not going to be driving through complete cities.
Yeah.
You're going to be going, and it won't be, you can't. you can't do it unless you just have to rent a car or something, and I don't think people want to do that, and it takes a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a while to you put gas in a car, you push it in, let's say 5 minutes at most, and boom, you're done. These electric cars, it's not 5 minutes. It can be 5 hours.
So inconvenient.
I mean, even more longer than that. And brands are getting better with it, but they're not getting good enough. I mean, it's still, they're like, oh, well, you know, it now takes 30 minutes to charge my Tesla from 20% to 80%. For one, that's not even fully charging it. 30 minutes. And I don't know about you, but they always say that the new generations, they can't keep their focus for like a minute.
Yeah.
What are you going to do sitting at the thing, just in your car for 30 minutes? I mean, that's a waste of time. I mean, if I got to go to work, I don't have 30 minutes to sit at a charger for. And I get that they have, you know, a lot of people charge their electric vehicles at home. But what if your work is far away?
Yeah. And I mean, what if you're, I don't know, a nurse? You work late into the night. All you want to do really is go to bed, right? Say you forget to plug in your car and you're called in for an early shift for an emergency. Now what do? You're stuck. You have to call an Uber or figure out something.
Yeah, I mean, they're not there yet with it, and in the winter times especially, your battery doesn't hold as much life.
Yeah.
And if you're in somewhere that snows, and what now was, you know, let's say I don't know the exact times of everything. Let's say your Tesla battery lasts 5 hours driving. I don't know. And now it's snowing and it's cold outside, and now you only got 2 hours. The batteries really take a damage in the cold conditions. And what, are you going to buy a different car and use a different car in the cold winter? Yeah. I mean, it's just not there. And I know we're putting very specific scenarios.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the electric car is for you, and you live in California where there's a billion chargers, and you work 5 minutes away from your home, and you don't take road trips. Then maybe, you know, it could be for you, but that's not half the population of America.
Yeah.
It's not. Maybe, you know, down here we'd see, what, one electric car every 30 minutes?
There's not enough demand.
There's not enough demand, and I don't think, and now there's not even going to be even more demand now that you don't get free money from the government for buying an electric car.
Yeah.
So I just think that the whole electric thing, and we've gotten really off the path here. Okay, we apologize. We had our camera shut off, but we're going to continue on here. Let's get off the electric path.
Actually.
Okay.
While we're on the electric little side road here, I don't even understand this. Honda's new Prelude.
Oh yes, let's go. That's I think our last thing to talk about here is before the sales, because I was going to pull that up too, is the Prelude.
Can we pull up an image of that real quick?
Let's pull up the image of this Prelude here. Where did I have the front picture? I think I deleted it on accident here. Okay, let's open this. Here's the new Prelude right here. Prelude. Okay, so this is. I know this isn't Acura, but we're going to talk about it in this podcast too. It's the new Prelude, and it's mixed feelings. So,
maybe I should go first.
Yeah, why don't you?
Being a 5th gen Prelude owner.
He is the owner of the old Prelude, so let's hear, what do you think about this as being an old Prelude?
Right, so I feel like it's a little dishonoring, as in many cars these days, but I'm also kind of proud of Honda, because they're implementing a new 2-door sports coupe. Right? I
mean, who is bringing a new coupe to the market? I mean, name one brand. I don't think it is.
Toyota.
Well, okay, that's not new.
Nissan.
Not new. That's been out.
This is the new Z.
Well, the new Z, but they came out with this. That Z's been around for a while.
That's true. Okay? This is brand new.
This is brand new. Nobody's doing that. Everybody's just bringing new SUVs. And for Honda, I gotta give them credit. And it looks for a new 2-door coupe. I mean, I like that. The back of it. I mean,
It's
nice.
pretty sleek looking. Pull up that front image again real quick. I'm not a huge fan of that like bulging nose up front, but I could get past it. But something I can't really get past
Is what's in it?
Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about that. So what they did is it's got a 2-liter hybrid powered engine. Pretty much, well, they even said it in the press release. It's the exact same as the new Civic Hybrid. The
Right.
exact same setup, and people are a little disappointed about that.
Yeah.
People are a little disappointed about that. They brought the Prelude back. They're bringing this in, and I'm gonna have to drive it. We're gonna have to drive
Yeah.
it because it's it's not that fast. They did put the Type R suspension in it, so it's gonna be a great handling vehicle.
And brakes.
They got the Brembo brakes that are blue or whatever color that they put on there. Beautiful looking. So it's just what's under the hood. This 2-liter. It kind of, I've heard this a lot. It kind of just seems like Honda scrapped everything that they had extra parts, and boom, let's bring the Prelude back.
Yeah, that's kind of a good way to describe
Because
it.
the Type R suspension, the Civic Hybrid setup under the hood. I mean, that's kind of just there's scrap parts. I mean, it's a whole new look, a 2-door
Yeah.
coupe.
However, I'm glad they're taking like parts from other cars and putting it in a new body. We do not see that enough. I mean, at least they didn't slap it on a SUV and call it a Prelude.
Yeah, that is like what's going on with the R. They could have done that, and they didn't. So that is, this is exciting for, but we're going to have to see with that hybrid powertrain. Now, they say they have a mode in the car. It's a big button. I'll pull up a picture here of that.
Shift Plus.
Yes, S Plus, right here.
So I'm guessing it comes with paddle shifters, not a manual.
Yes. So Shift Plus, big button right there. You see it on the screen. They said that this is going to turn the Prelude into like a fully shifting automatic and just not even be a hybrid anymore. Is what they say. They say it's going to have 8 gears that you're going to get to go through with the paddle shifters, and it's kind of just going to be. I think it will have a little boost from the hybrid from the electric motors. To make it fast, but they say, and they're going to put sound in the cabin, which it's not real sound fully, but
I disagree with that. I don't like when they do that.
No, but
it feels fake.
It does feel fake. Well, if they do it well,
they
can.
Yeah,
it could be pretty good. So they say that you're going to hear the 8 gears, and that might make us change our mind with the hybrid. I mean, it's still the hybrid. But if they can pull off, I mean, I would just drive in that mode the whole time if I'm driving the car. Unless I really wanted to save on gas in the hybrid. But, I mean, when you bring a 2-door coupe, the people want a fun car. They don't want it to really...
Yeah.
I don't think people... This is going to get, with the hybrid, almost 50 miles per gallon. Which is great. I mean, really good. But,
But I must say, when you're wanting a sports coupe, unless there's something crazy good about this Shift Plus and this whole new thing, I'd probably take an older Prelude any day because, I mean, I feel like when you take an engine out of the car, especially with that 5th gen with the VTEC, it's just so fun. When you take the engine out of the car, it feels like you're stripping the soul out of it. So I feel like it's kind of a soulless thing to drive. Is it going to be like a sportier Tesla, or is it going to be like an actual sports car?
Well, it's not fully electric, which is the good news.
Yeah.
Hybrid.
Well, yeah.
Back to Acura real quick so they don't have any hybrids right now, which a lot of people think instead of electric, hybrids are the way because it's still gas and electric, but you get good mileage. Acura doesn't have any hybrids. Their plan was to go back to fully electric vehicles. But if you think about it, Acura was actually almost the first to bring a hybrid in their vehicles. The RLX had the hybrid. The MDX did have a hybrid. It was a sport hybrid. So it was fast, it sounded good, but it was a hybrid. And then they got rid of it when they came out with the new MDX and got rid of the RLX. And I think they got rid of it the wrong time. They were early to the game where like, oh, maybe we don't want hybrids, so that's why they got rid of it. And now hybrids are the thing and Acura has nothing.
Yeah.
Which they say they're going to bring it back, but it could take a while to redo all that. So if they put the kind of what they called it for Acura was a sport hybrid, because they never wanted to lose their identity in a fun car, so they produced a hybrid that was fun, and now they're kind of going away with that with the electric.
Yeah.
They're not kind of losing their thing, which is very disappointing that they were in the game and now they're not in the game at the wrong time. They kind of just screwed up all around with that, but so they can do some sporty hybrids, and let's hope this Prelude is gonna. I'm gonna definitely drive it, get a video on it for you guys on there on the channel. We'll have to see. Besides the engine, it looks great. The interior is just phenomenal. Let me get a picture of that. It's got. This is the white with blue. You see it's got like a dark blue with white, just gorgeous. And
that is pretty nice.
The seats, the interior kind of looks like a new Civic, kind of like that, but it
looks a tad bit more premium.
Yeah, and then what I like here is in the dash, they stamped Prelude in the original font with the suede and the blue stitching to kind of bring back the name, and I think that's really cool that they did that. It kind of lives on the Prelude history.
Yeah, same font as the original too.
Yes.
Which is nice. I'm a fan of little details and things. That's one thing that, at least they're trying.
They are.
At least they're trying.
And it could be a great. I'm excited. I'm still excited for it. When we see it new, I'm excited to see it. Excited to drive it. So we'll definitely get that. I give it to Honda. They brought the Prelude back, not fully the way it was, but we'll give it to them. You know what they could do is they could bring a Type R version, and that could have like the manual that's in the Civic Type R and put it in this. Maybe that's in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe they could do that, and then that would be great. This is just a start, and I'm glad that Honda has a start. I think it looks great.
I mean, kudos to them for trying to implement a new coupe.
Yeah.
Because I never saw that. I've actually heard rumors that 2 coupes were coming, actually. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I mean, we found out the Prelude was the first one. But here's what I'm saying to Honda, right? They've done it before and they can do it again. They produced a rear-wheel drive, crazy revving sports car, the S2000, and it is just one of the Honda's greatest sports cars. One of the greatest sports cars. I mean, why? Honda knows they can do it. Why are they afraid to commit? Why are they afraid to commit?
Well, there has been rumors that the S2000 is coming back.
I've heard that as well, and that's what I'm saying about the 2 coupes. It could be a return.
It could be the return of the S2000, and that would be great if it does.
As long.
I just want to know what's going to be under the hood.
Yes.
It's going to be hybrid, but that would be great. And we're both big Honda fans. I mean, you see, we got all this Honda stuff here. We're not bashing Honda at all here. We love Honda. If you're watching Honda, please invite us to your press events. We want to see the stuff live in person. And I do all pretty much Honda and Acura on the channel. We're big fans. We know what Hondas have potential and their great legacy. Let's bring that back. And I think the S2000, they say it could be coming back. And let's hope it has something great under the hood. And yeah, I mean, Hondas, I still think are the most fun to drive. Handling's always superior on them. Even their SUVs, when everybody's going to a turbo 4-cylinder in their big SUVs, and Honda Passport and Pilot still got the V6 in it.
Yes.
That screaming V6. It's just, they know how to. They're the best producer of engines in the world. They were. So they've got it, and they're doing great. It's just let's bring some more. Let's bring some more into this Prelude and the S2000, and we could just have a winner right there.
I also think that the S2000, the styling of the car would look so good as a new car with like some updated stuff. Maybe sharper lines on the body and new headlights, and you've got a perfect new car. I mean, the design is beautiful. You can't really beat an S2000.
Oh no.
The driving experience, you can't beat it. However, if they slap a hybrid in it, Honda never talked to me again.
Well, see, the NSX was a hybrid.
That's disappointing as well.
Well, but it was a different hybrid.
That's true.
It was a completely different hybrid. If they bring something like that kind of hybrid, I'd be a little less mad. Because I think the hybrid is the future for screw electric vehicles. I don't really not a huge fan of electric vehicles. But hybrids, you gotta have your, you can have your hybrid Honda CR-V or even the Honda Pilot. That could be your family daily driver. You could have a Honda Civic, Honda Accord with a hybrid. Yeah, that'd be great as a daily driver. But you still need that fun car, that car show car, if you like to call it. And if they could produce that still. I mean, the Civic Type R, that doesn't have a hybrid. That's still, a beautiful, fun car. So glad they kept the Civic Type R. They actually got rid of the Civic Type R in other countries.
Did they
a couple
really?
months ago. Which hopefully that won't happen here.
Wow.
I don't think it'll happen here. Not many of those are made. They're rare, special cars. That's still a gem. No hybrid, nothing. They're doing great with that. Let's just get that Prelude coupe and put that, same kind of stuff.
Give it its life back.
Give it its life back.
Think about the Civic Type R too. I have heard a lot of great stuff on it, but I've also heard that it can go from your perfect daily driver to click of a button. Now it's a track monster.
It's a beast. Yes, great on the track with the Type R mode, and then you can there's an individual mode where you can literally change everything on the car and make it to what you want, and it's a beast. I've been in that Type R, and man, if I had the money, I'd buy one right now.
Yeah. However, I would say, probably unpopular opinion, but if they could put a little bit different styling into it, not a fan of the 24 and 25s.
They did make it a little more sleek and modern, and
it feels Accord-esque.
I like it. I like it a lot more than you do.
It probably appeals more to the generation who is grown up with the Type R.
Yes, and I have a 23 Civic Sport, so just the normal one, and it kind of looks like that. And I love my Civic, and it's great. But the Type R looks a little more similar to the normal versions than it used to, like right here with this 10th gen. They toned it down a bit, but I still think it looks great and it drives great. So it's more of a modern look. It is.
Yeah.
It is a more modern look. They're doing great. So let's real quick go into the sales for last month, the month of August. Where did I have this sales?
Somewhere.
I did have it.
Another thing with the Prelude while he's doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy. It looks like a small sports car, and that's something that I think everyone needs to start implementing more. Even if they could take the Civic Type R and make it smaller. Everything's getting too big and too bulky. If you can see the comparison of old cars compared to new sports cars, it's wild. The fact how big they're getting.
Yeah, so speaking on that topic right there, I got a friend that has a Miata, an old Miata. He loves it. It's kind of dying on him. Mm-hmm. And he's looking for a newer car. And he's like, the Civic is just too big. Mm-hmm. And if you really think about it, the Civic is a small sedan and it is small. But when you compare it to a Miata, it's kind of big.
Yeah.
It is kind of big. And the Civic has grown tremendously. If you look at current gen Civic, it's the same size as an older Accord. And those are two different vehicles. Cars just keep getting bigger and bigger. And the Civic, it's still small, but it is getting a lot bigger. And that's where this Prelude, I think, is going to fit the gap.
Yeah.
With the small two-door, low, not much space at all. There is a back seat, but you got to climb, and then nobody can fit back there.
Yeah.
And, the cars are getting bigger, and the Civic is no different. It is a lot bigger than it used to be back in the days. So let's go here with the sales. I wanted to speak on this real quick. So we see, I don't know if you can fully see there. The Accord's doing great. Let's really only talk, the Accord and Civics are out really just selling. Let's talk about Acura though, because that's really the main focus of this video, is all about Acura. Integra, sold about 1,700 vehicles in the month of August, when last August, they sold about 200 more. That's not bad. It went down, but not too bad. This is what I want to talk about. They got rid of the TLX. So this is probably one of the last months that it's on the sales sheet. They sold 1,019 TLXs. That's 500 more TLXs than they sold last year. People are like, this is going out. We want to buy it. There is a market for it. There is. And that's crazy. That's probably the best sales figure for the TLX in years.
Yeah.
I mean, because people love it and they're like, we got to get it before it's gone. Because they're going to be collectors vehicles now that they're going to be gone. The ADX is selling really good at 2,000. That's their new SUV. MDX is about down 1,000 from last year. I don't really know why. RDX is down 2,000 from last year. So you can see Acura SUVs, they're trying to put just SUV, SUV, but their SUV sales are kind of going down a bit. But I can see the Integra and the TLX, their sedans, they're not selling as good as they used to.
Yeah.
The Accord and Civics are selling, but hopefully they can do something, because I mean RDX is down 47%, and that's like the most popular compact SUV. Everybody loves those things. And then I was speaking on the ZDX. They only sold 500 ZDXs. That's the electric SUV. So that's why I really don't understand. 500. You only sold 500 ZDX in a month, and 500 more units that they sold with the TLX. So why are we going to bring another electric SUV, the RSX, when they can't even sell the electric SUV? I don't know what they're doing there.
Yeah.
But I've heard Acura. This is where we're going to close the video out. Is I've heard Acura. They're rethinking.
Okay.
They're rethinking their plans, and I heard this from some video, and they had sources that were pretty on point. That Acura is thinking that maybe the electric SUVs isn't the way, and that's why they're going to bring the hybrids and hopefully bring back the NSX, and we'll see. They also said in that video that they're going to get rid of the Integra in 3 years. That would make them have no sedan. So is Acura going to be an all SUV brand? And that would be really sad. What do you comment down below? You know, if you made it this far into the video, and tell us what you think about what's going on with Acura. We want to know your opinions. What do you think about the RSX? What do you think about the discontinuation of the TLX? What they did the Integra, and is it going to be gone in 3 years? Maybe they will replace it with something else. I don't know. The future is kind of unclear in Acura, and I think Acura is really trying to find its identity right now.
It is.
And let's hope the future is bright, and they'll bring an Acura version of the Prelude maybe, and get rid of these electric SUVs. And SUVs are outselling, so they need to have SUVs, and their SUVs are great. It's just Acura was built on a fast, fun sports car. That's what Acura, and that's So I don't know. I still love Acura, still love Honda. They're making some great cars. We just wanted to talk about today on what's going on, update you guys on all the information on all the new stuff, and kind of just talk about that in the podcast form. Comment down below if you also like this podcast and you want us to do some more podcasts. We'll definitely bring Cole back here.
Or any other type of content that you might want to see.
Yes, well, we're going to be, together in a lot more videos, because I think, he knows a lot about it. He's got a Prelude now, so we need to make a video on that Prelude.
We do.
You'll let us. We'll have to make that. So comment down below if you like these podcasts and what you think about what we talked about today. And we got tons more videos on the way, tons more podcasts, and there's going to be a lot more to talk about, because as Acura evolves, as Honda evolves, we're going to have to talk about what's happening and let you all guys know. Please subscribe, turn your notifications on so you don't miss a video, and we'll see you in the next video. Maybe it'll be an Acura. See what's going on with every day. Something new is coming out in the car world, and we're going to be here to talk about it. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.